We often imagine the Mongol Empire as a chaotic, bloodthirsty swarm, a force of nature that simply overwhelmed the map through sheer numbers and violence. History has largely preserved this image of a blinding storm of hooves and arrows, relying on speed to dominate every nation in its path. This is Genghis Khan. His rise to power was defined by a specific type of logic. He systematically replaced tribal chaos with a military hierarchy built on merit and absolute obedience. He viewed warfare as a series of solvable problems. This approach turned the Mongol army into a highly scientific force. Their unprecedented conquests were the result of a deliberate, relentless process of tactical adaptation. This was their native environment, the open Mongolian steppe. In this landscape, mobility was life, and their cavalry was perfectly optimized for the plains. But in 1209, that mobility was neutralized by the stone fortresses of the Western Xia dynasty. The Mongols had no experience attacking walled cities, and their horses were useless against massive masonry. Look at the scale of this river. At the capital city of Yinchuan, the Mongols attempted to divert this volume of water through a network of canals to flood the city into submission. The earthen dikes were poorly engineered. They collapsed under the pressure, sending a muddy torrent into the Mongols' own camp instead of the city. It was a humiliating failure. But it is the most important moment in their history, because the Mongols did something rare for a medieval army. They studied their own disaster and prepared to learn from it. During their campaigns in China and Persia, the Mongols began capturing and sparing engineers, offering them a choice to serve the empire or face execution. These conscripted specialists taught the Mongols how to build advanced trebuchets and siege towers, turning their greatest tactical weakness into a new strength. Scaling this hybrid army across continents created a massive logistical problem. To manage coordination over thousands of miles, they developed the Yam. This map shows relay stations placed 20 to 30 miles apart. A messenger could ride to Exhaustum, swap for a fresh horse, and immediately continue the journey. This system collapsed time. Orders taking a month arrived in days, allowing real-time strategic coordination. By integrating foreign engineering with this communication network, the Mongols transformed themselves into a self-upgrading military machine. This brick minaret represents the advanced urban civilization of the Khwarezmian Empire, which the Mongols targeted in 1219 with their newly upgraded tactics. Against these entrenched defenders, the Mongols used the feigned retreat. They would launch a small attack and then deliberately break ranks to mimic a panicked flight. When the defenders rushed out of their gates to pursue, the Mongols wheeled around in perfect unison, drawing the overextended enemy into a killing ground. They also deployed systematic psychological warfare. Spies disguised as merchants entered cities weeks in advance to spread specific, terrifying accounts of Mongol ruthlessness. This manufactured dread crippled the morale of major centers like Bukhara. Many cities surrendered or faced desertion before the Mongol siege engines even arrived. Every atrocity was calculated. By allowing a few survivors to flee to the next city and describe the carnage, the Mongols weaponized fear to ensure future capitulations. The Khwarezmian campaign proved that the Mongols had evolved again. They were now defeating entire empires through psychological dominance before the physical battle even began. These eroded pyramid ruins are all that remain of the Western Xia capital. After a final betrayal, Genghis Khan ordered the total, methodical erasure of their entire culture. This brutality stood in stark contrast to how they treated those who submitted. Loyal subjects were integrated into the empire, filling roles in administration, trade, and science. This binary choice, total destruction or total integration, eventually enforced a period of stability known as the Pax Mongolica. Under Mongol protection, trade routes were secured, allowing the free movement of ideas and technology between East and West for the first time. It is a profound historical paradox that this devastating military campaign built the connected foundations of the modern world. As this map shows, the Mongol Empire eventually covered nearly 12 million square miles, reaching from Eastern Europe to the Pacific. This expansion was achieved by ignoring the established rules of medieval warfare and maintaining a constant clinical focus on results. The Mongol conquests demonstrate that a ruthless, unwavering willingness to adapt is the ultimate strategic advantage.